Hi guys, it's Dom here from eSports News UK. I haven't done a vlog before for the site, so yeah, go easy on me. I'm used to just writing things, so yeah, it's a bit of a new thing for me. I just wanted to do a vlog on ManaLight folding. I've had a bit of trouble with the website this week, and it's just easier for me to get a vlog up. I've not long heard the news, so I thought I'd sort of provide my reaction to the news. And I was at a wedding yesterday, so yeah, not long heard it. But anyway, enough of me and my excuses. So my initial reaction is I'm really shocked and surprised with this one. I'm proper gutted for the organisation, having lasted 9 months. There's a lot of organisations out there that maybe, not naming any names, aren't as professional as ManaLight, and so for ManaLight to go all of a sudden like this is really surprising. I personally, for me, they're sort of one of the most promising new teams in League of Legends, UK League of Legends, to emerge in a while, having been following the scene for a good half a year or so, and along with the Renegade Banditos, obviously, and also GLB in the qualifying tournament. I thought those three teams were really strong and exciting to watch. And ultimately, like, I feel really sorry for ManaLight. I think it's really unlucky timing for them, with Banditos coming into the UK scene, having failed to qualify for the EU Challenger Series. Had they qualified for that, they arguably, well, they wouldn't have gone into the ESL UK Premiership, and I think the door would have been open for ManaLight to have taken that. I think they would have won if Banditos weren't there in terms of competition. Exertus and Choke did pretty well, but I do think Banditos and ManaLight were the clear, top two there. And the same goes for multiplayer Insomnia as well. I thought at I-57, ManaLight gave Banditos a really good game in the final, considering they went into that final 1-0 down and lost 3-2. It was very close. It went on. It was quite a long match, but I thought they, came really close to winning that. So what went wrong then? What actually happened with ManaLight? So they were formed in July last year, and they had a sole investor, David Bird, who put 25 grand into setting up the organisation, and he hired Louis Corpse as eSports manager to sort of arrange the teams and the general day-to-day running of the organisation. And their ethos was to be as professional and as ethical as possible. They clearly wanted to do things the right way, build up a reputation from the ground up, had contracts and wages, and I commend them for that. There's not a lot of teams or organisations out there that take that approach in such a grassroots scene as UK League of Legends. So it's a shame to see them go. So they started out acquiring some Hearthstone players, and they picked up some really good players in Raven, Powder, Modern Leopard, to name a few. And at the time, I remember writing a story about these guys, and they said they wanted to become the UK's strongest Hearthstone team, with plans to go into other games like CSGO, FIFA, Heroes of the Storm, Dota and League of Legends. And so I was really excited earlier this year to discover that they'd put together their first League of Legends team, and I thought they'd put a really decent roster together with a mix of youth and experience. I say a mix of youth and experience. You're all youngsters, really, in my eyes. But Rifty, Furion, Larson, Smiley and Haddo, and with Will and Rob in coach and manager, I thought they'd put together a really good team and management. But in February there were signs that things weren't working out so well. They released their Hearthstone players, and they cited a lack of structured leagues with open qualification, like leagues run by ESL and Riot. So that was their reason for moving out of Hearthstone. So they moved into League of Legends, and planned to branch out into other games later in the year. But after 9 months, they're gone. They're finished. They said that monthly costs were spiralling, and they didn't manage to get a single sponsor, which is really sad to hear. Were speaking to other investors, but those deals didn't come off. So I don't blame the owner at all for making this decision. He said that he's put in around £35,000 in overall, and ultimately it's a lack of sponsors that killed them. And it sort of, my thoughts on it, like I say, I'm really gutted for them, but it goes to show that everything comes down to money at the end of the day. It's why the players do what they do, partly in terms of turning it into a career. And for an organisation these days to be successful and consistent, you need money coming in, you need investment. I know it sounds really obvious, but that's what it boils down to. And I've been banging my head against the wall saying it time and time and time again. You need more funding in UK esports in general, not just League of Legends, across the board. More funding means you can pay your players, you can expand, organisations can create decent content, merchandise, websites, can create a structure to keep themselves going and to create sort of sustainability. But this is always sort of sad reflection that it's not easy to be a small organisation setting up in the UK or wherever at a grassroots level. Really, really difficult to keep motivating your players, and also to get that money going in, and to set yourselves up and make it in the long term. It's not easy. You need money to survive at the end of the day, and it comes down to sponsors. If you want to get sponsors on board, you're going to have to give them really good benefits. They want figures at the end of the day. They want viewers, they want potential new customers, and if you can't give them hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, at the top end, brands like HyperX and Asus and things like that, they're reaching hundreds of thousands of potential customers through sponsoring, eSports publications and streamers and players online. They've reached a lot of new customers, and if you can't give sponsors that, it's really difficult. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe UK esports needs to reach out to smaller sponsors, companies that are not as big as other brands in the market, or maybe local businesses and things like that, who knows, that want to reach gamers. So as it stands, a lot of these sponsors are focused on the bigger teams across Europe, and they want to reach more they want to reach more esports fans across Europe, across the globe, and maybe UK esports isn't giving them that at the moment. Arguably it could be easier for tournament organisers like ESL and Gfinity to get sponsorship, because they've got several tournaments, several teams, lots of different games, and so they can offer that out to the sponsors, whereas a single UK esports team, it's difficult to offer sponsors a lot of value in that regard. So is the UK scene destined to remain without contracts? Is it destined to remain sort of semi-professional, not as professional as the big European tournaments and teams and things like that? I hope not, but with a really promising team in ManaLight going, it doesn't bode well for the future, and really disappointing. It's been a bit of a downer. I'm on a bit of a bummer at the moment. The whole week's been pretty bad. UK esports with ManaLight folding. I heard that the Banditos are changing their roster. They've had a couple of UK players leave in Cadril and Impaler. I've sort of learned of that the past few weeks, and then obviously we've had one of the UK's most well-known, either love him or hate him, there's no denying the guy's popular. One of our best streamers has been banned by Twitch in Gross Score, so that was a shame to see. And then the eSports News UK website's been having problems as well, so it's been a real downer. So sorry to end on a downer, but please let me know what you thought of this vlog, and if you'd like to see more reaction videos from me in the future, or if you think my voice is too monotone, do let me know. I'm thinking of doing a separate one on Gross Score as well, because I was a fan of his, and sad to see him go as well. I know it was dodgy allegations and everything, but still. So yeah, please let me know if you enjoyed this video. Do like and subscribe if you did. And to everyone on ManaLight, I'm just really gutted you guys have sort of disbanded, and really enjoyed watching your performances, and I hope you find new teams and new opportunities real soon. Okay, cheers for watching, guys. Thank you.